Welcome back everybody. So this is gonna be a quick update video for you guys on stock market, and before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to get my daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading, and you want to support the channel, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. Dow is up 0.24%, Nasdaq going up 0.21%, S&P going up 0.20%, and Russell also going up 0.26%. So basically, across the board, we got a flat day here in the market on Friday. And here's 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500. On top, leading the way, we have financial, communication services, consumer cyclical, technology, basic materials, and utilities on Friday. Lagging behind, industrials, healthcare, real estate, and energy also flat on the day. Now, week to date performance right here, guys. And this is where, this is insane. Technology up almost 7% for the week. Consumer cyclical also up over 5%. Then we got financial up over 3.5%. We also got basic materials going up, industrials, healthcare. And look at right here, real estate, communication services, utilities. These are up also green, but not much is technology, which is up almost 7%. And what we got here on stock market map, we got insanity going on right here. Nvidia stock from that bottom about 2 weeks ago, this thing almost back up to all-time highs. Up again on Friday, 1.40%. Microsoft going down slightly, 0.61%. Apple staying green, up over 0.5%. And Google, boy oh boy, we called it before on my mega cap update video that Google might be the one that you want to buy the dip, and this thing exploded on Friday, up almost 1%. Meta going down almost 2%. Netflix going up 1.64%. Eli Lilly going down just a tiny bit, 1%. And then we got big banks like JPM, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, all are up in the green. And then the ETF, KRE, regional bank ETF, that thing is also up in a big way. That is why we saw that rally on IWM. Now here also on Tesla, it's going up 0.93%. We got Amazon going flat on the day. And some of the big names that are actually beaten down like UPS, and then you got Boeing. These things are also going up from industrials right here, and that is a really big move on Boeing, and who knows, we might see some more upside here on this one. So keep that on your radar, because this is actually a big name, and a lot of people are actually busy trading just the mega caps name and not really bothering trading something like Boeing, and maybe even RTX, LMT, UPS, FedEx. These are big names, guys. Just like these names right here, these are big names, and they will never, almost never will go bankrupt. And a lot of people just don't trade these names from industrials, and there's lots of opportunities right here on this particular a group right here. And you can make a ton of money. You don't have to just go and trade these big names all the time, because you can see, yes, we caught the dip on some of these names 2 weeks ago, and now immediately huge rally to the upside, and the dips are absolutely gone. And imagine now you're chasing and buying something, and who knows, you might be actually end up holding a bag. So you got to be really careful buying these big names right now. And here's my X account, and if you guys are on there, definitely give me a follow. Now if you look at my screen, this was on August 14th, and I did post this actually in my Discord under my chart. And if you have access, you already know, you saw it, that triple Q breaking out. And here you can see clearly on August 14th, we actually got a close over this trend line. And from there, guys, the rest is history, because on Thursday, we saw that mega gap up, right? This thing gapped up and ran, and even on Friday, now we're actually trading right here, 475. So that is a massive move. Also, from the top to this bottom right here, 2 weeks ago, we actually dropped around, I think it's like 16%, a little bit less than 16%. Now we already, within just 4 or 5 days, not even counting this day right here, it was down, right? Just within 4 or 5 days, it's already up over 12%. And this is the market we're dealing with. So, people talking about crash when things are coming down, and they would be like, oh, I'm not buying anything. What are you talking about buying? Market is crashing. Absolutely not. I have seen it over and over in recent times where market gets a pullback and people get extremely bearish. They start shorting everything, and guess what? Next thing you know, everybody's getting squeezed out and things are just pushing higher. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that we already got this. We knew that we got the breakout, and now it's just a matter of time how high this market can go. And we'll find out definitely next week, with expected moves, where the market is going, guys. So today we're going to start this video in a different way, and you can see VIX right here on my screen inside this bullish falling wedge. Now ignore this candle. This is actually, was just for fun. I did draw this candle right here, but it can happen, guys. This thing inside this falling wedge getting really tight, and we get some sort of a spark, a rally next week, maybe Monday, Tuesday, we can definitely see a breakout, and easily VIX can go up to $20 to $23. That is possible. So I just wanted to show you guys this right here, where VIX is coming down, but there might be a time where next week we see some big move to the upside on VIX. So on VIX, it was down again, getting crushed on Friday, down 2.82%, almost 3%, and it's near the support, but under the support, 15 bucks. So it needs to recover and hold 15, and maybe can actually get over 5-day moving average right here, which is sitting at 17 bucks. If this thing can get a move and possibly get over, I would say 17 to 18, in that case, we could see quick explosion up to 20 to 23, maybe even 26 on VIX. Now, if this move were to continue next week, then yes, we cannot do anything about that. Bullish falling wedge cannot just play out just because it's there, and this thing can come down under 15, and we're actually under 15 right now as we speak. Under 15, this thing can come down easily down to this critical level where we held for so many weeks right here, and that's gonna be around 13 bucks on VIX. So the dollar going down, and that is why S&P 500 going up even more, and this is not looking good here on dollar. And you can see clearly it actually cracked under the support 102.61, and now it could be coming down to flat 102. And why 102? Because 102, that is where lower Bollinger Band is sitting, and underneath that level we might see even flat 100 on dollar. Now if this thing were to recover, watch out for the resistance right here at 102.61. Above that, we might see a move up to 103, and that can put a little bit of pressure on S&P 500. Until then, guys, watch this critical resistance right here to the upside, 102.61, and the next support 102, and then flat 100. On Triple Q, it's going absolutely flat on that day. Now, a lot of people are really confused right now, like where the market is going. We thought we were on a recession and everything is crashing, and now like we're near all-time highs again. So this is how it goes. Whenever you see a dip, and I did call this out that even on that day, I actually did not go live on my Discord. I actually went shopping, and there was a lot of shopping that I did, guys. And guess what? I wish that I actually got even bigger position on some of these things that I bought. Unfortunately, everything is gone. I mean, you can see this is a massive move. This is actually a 12% move to the upside from the bottom. Huge. And it does not matter. Anything that you bought on tech sector, and especially here on NASDAQ 100, you made millions of dollars, depending on how much you bought, of course, right? So what's next week? Well, the way I see it, we can possibly, go higher, maybe, grind a little bit more and just slowly go up to this gap for 80. And then from there, we could see a scenario where we come back and close this gap at 465, anywhere from 465 to 460. As long as you can hold on a pullback, that would be considering some sort of a higher low here on this daily time frame, maybe even inverse head and shoulder if we get that pullback down here, and we can hold maybe around 460 to 465 this gap. That would be left shoulder, head, and this would be the right shoulder, right? That is one scenario. Now the next one, we just continue to move even higher, which is gonna be really dangerous for retail traders and investors chasing at this level, because I see a lot of people are still like, when things are coming down, well, short the heck out of it. When things are going up, they're just buying calls and calls and calls. No, you missed out here, and now new money long. You're playing a dangerous game, especially if you're buying here and going long. You already missed out on that big opportunity, and now the move is already made. So next week, if we actually grind higher up to this gap, then watch out for a strong reaction and a resistance here at 480, and we might come back from there down to this 50 SMA, which is sitting at 473. This is going to be a critical support level going into Monday's session, guys. 473, this red line, 50-day moving average. We saw a bit of a pullback Friday morning, but the dip was bought up immediately. I mean, it was a mini pullback, 0.5%, and the dip was gone immediately. And all day it was a slow grind, and it was just going higher, right? And we pretty much closed near high of the day. Not exactly the high, but I mean, again, it's green on the day, right? So 473, that's gonna be a critical level to watch on any pullback Monday morning. Underneath that level, you're going to see possibly a flush down to this gap, 465, and if that happens, we also have support blue line 5-day moving average at 465. That's going to act as a strong support, and the gap fill right here, and considering a higher low as the support can hold right here around 465, even 460. Now if we continue and we take out 480 after filling this gap, and triple Q can hold 480, the next stop will be right up here, upper Bollinger Band, which is at 487, and from there we might be even closing this gap 493, and then who knows, guys, maybe even another fresh new all-time high. And I know it sounds insane that we are down about 16-17%, and now we're talking about all-time highs in just a matter of 10 days. On SPY ETF, it's up 0.22%, so I'm not going to go too deep here on SPY ETF, but you can see right here, same thing like triple Q. Even on a pullback, we can actually build inverse head and shoulder right here on this daily time frame. Left shoulder, head, and this could be a right shoulder as long as we get a pullback, some consolidation right here on SPY ETF. Now also keep that in mind, we got some sort of a reaction from 555 on Friday right here, and then we kind of backed off, but not too far away. It's still sitting near 555. So Monday morning, if there is a pullback, we get some sort of a pullback, watch out for a pullback, possibly down to this critical support right here, and that's gonna be 547, and underneath that level, this gap 544.96. Now if that gives up on a pullback, I mean, it's still bullish. We can hold right here at 540, 20-day moving average, and even down here to this gap 535. As longer we can stay over 20-day moving average right here 540, we can build the right shoulder. This can play out, and as soon as we take over this resistance right here 555, definitely nothing stopping SPY from going up to this gap 562, and from there all-time highs is really close, and it can happen again, guys. We have seen it so many times before on this big rally to the upside. I mean, so many all-time highs pretty much every week, every month, for months, and then we got this pullback, and now look at this recovery here. Within just 10 days, we're back up to all-time highs again. So this is not a normal market. This is not a normal thing for the market. This is unreal how the market is going up, almost up to all-time highs after a big pullback, and absolutely no higher low pullback here on this daily time frame. On IWM, it's up 0.26%. So just when you think IWM is dead and it's back in this chop box here under 210, 211, and it was down here for almost 2 weeks, right, after this mega gap down. And this was almost pretty much a fake breakout, and it still could be a fake breakout because we can still get a rejection at 215 and this thing can come back, right? So far, I mean, it's looking good. Looks like, it actually came down, and it could, a lot of people, they were saying that this could be a fake breakout, look above and fail. Now I would say the opposite, look below and fail right here, and we might be going back up. So we have no confirmation yet that things will continue to move higher next week. We got a mega gap up from 208.75, and this gap is still open. Also, we got really close to this gap on Friday, 215. We got up to almost 214. So going into next week, if we can get over right here 213.25, definitely you're going to see IWM closing this gap at 215. And if this thing can hold 215 as a support, the next stop, guys, easily, this thing can move back up to 225 again. Now, we get some sort of a pullback. Maybe after filling this gap at 215, we get a pullback. Things actually pull back down to 210 right here, and this support gives up. Immediately, you're going to see this gap getting filled, 208.75, and this is where on any pullback, at least we need to hold on IWM. If not, this is actually, a lower high, and then you might see a new low. Lower highs and lower lows, right? We can still get that lower high here anywhere from 215. We can get a rejection, and this thing can pull back, come back down to these lows down here. So watch out, IWM. I mean, it's looking good, but I would not say this is completely out of the woods yet, because we still have this gap on top, and we can still get a rejection. You can see right here, multiple days it was holding at 215, even right here with this candle, and now with this gap down, this is going to act as a big resistance right here at 215. So we need to clear 215, and then it's gonna look like this thing heading higher. And this was a look below and fail, not actually look above and fail, because definitely we're coming back up in a quick time, and this was actually a fail breakdown to the downside on IWM. On Dow Jones, it's up 0.29%, so things are going straight up and grinding even higher. Even on Friday, another new high on this daily time frame. And do you see any pullbacks here? Absolutely not. No daily downtrend, nothing. We're just going up and up and up, right? And we're near all-time highs. So that is why, I mean, when the market was pulling back and people were like, oh, this is it. This is the end. We're crashing. And I said, no. This is actually just a buying opportunity, just a dip. And guess what? This was a dip, and a lot of people missed on it. Like every time, whenever there is a big pullback, especially on NASDAQ 100, was a decent pullback. It was down 16, 17%. And, everyone on X was saying that, oh, this is a crash. I'm not buying. We still got to go down much, much lower. They're not even doing rate cuts yet. Why would the market crash? And I mean, there is no point. Yes, things are happening in Japan, but we're not actually trading in Japan. We have the biggest market right here, guys. Now, next week here on DIA, 405, that's going to be your line in the sand. Underneath that level, we're filling this gap near 400. And this is where, on a pullback, we need to hold on Dow Jones. If this support is gone, 400, you're going to see a dump off, possibly down to 396. Now, the longer time we spend over 400, maybe over 405, there is a huge possibility we might be going back up to all-time highs again, and that could be anywhere from 413 to 414, and over that, the next level is going to be $421 on Dow Jones. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section.